With the Buffalo Sabres announcing the return of their famous 1990s black jersey as an alternate next year, it was all but confirmed by the NHL that the reverse retros will be making a comeback next season. And while the first round of the reverse retro was a success, there were still many designs that hockey fans desperately wanted to see, and we did see the beginning potential of this idea. So here are 10 reverse retro jerseys we would like to see for the 2022-2023 NHL season. Honorable mention, the Seattle Kraken. What do you do with a franchise that's only been in existence for 1 year? By paying homage to the original Seattle franchise. The Metropolitans had an original stylized S with the word Seattle in it and a striped jersey with the colors green, white, and red. What the Kraken could do is use this S logo as some kind of homage to the original franchise, but more importantly, couldn't they use the stripe pattern, as in designs here, to show off their incredibly unique color scheme? It would be a great way to bridge the past with the present and help the newest NHL franchise connect to its storied past. Number 10, the white whale for the Carolina Hurricanes. The Hartford Whalers has been an interesting story with the Carolina Hurricanes. On one hand, it's great to see one of the NHL's most iconic looks and logos back on the ice. However, this has been a very frustrating experience for fans of the former franchise in Hartford. And while original Whalers fans have been critical of this campaign, it's clear that the Hurricanes want to continue this trend. So, going off what they did with their first reverse retro, the gray uniform, which the connection was connecting to the one color that both franchises shared, why not honor that uniform that the Hurricanes picked that from? We've already seen the Whaler throwbacks in green. Why not go back to the 90s with their white one, which had not only the classy navy and green color palette, but also added silver, a great highlight, and it'd be nice to see the Whalers honored with a white jersey. Now, while I personally would love to see the original Whalers jersey, if the Hurricanes want to make this gray connection once again, instead of doing another version of the gray uniform, why not go the full way and honor the original jersey that included the color silver that both franchises have shared? Number 9, the New York Rangers, players of the Shield. The New York Rangers have one of the most iconic sweaters in the entire NHL. And while the diagonal script has basically been on every iteration of the New York Rangers jersey, they did honor their Liberty jersey, so why not honor a different jersey from their past? In the 1970s, the Rangers wore a jersey with their iconic crest along the middle of the chest. And while we've seen a version of this used back in the 2012 Winter Classic, I do think it would be nice to see the Rangers incorporate their great logo on a jersey. Again, we've seen them use the script jerseys before and the Liberty jerseys, and while the Liberty jerseys in some capacity likely will be the choice, it would be nice to see the Rangers honor their history and really bring back a jersey that really isn't talked about too much, and that is a solid choice and would be fun to see revitalized on the ice again. Number 8, the return of Robo Penguin. I know a popular choice for the Penguins would be simple: bring back their iconic baby blue jerseys that we've seen countless times in the Winter Classic, but I do think it's time for the Penguins to honor a part of their history that tends to be forgotten about, especially around one of their greatest players, Jaromir Jagr. Yes, the Penguins changed their jerseys in the mid-90s, and we've already seen them bring back the Gin and Juice Snoop Dogg uniforms, but why not bring back Robo Penguin in some capacity, even with or without the Gradient Fade jersey? Look, this is an iconic logo for a generation of Penguins players, and while I know it's not the most popular logo in the franchise's history, it's still a solid logo and does honor a specific timeline for this organization. Again, one of the nice things about the Reverse Retro program is they can tweak the jersey however they want, but just bring back this iconic logo that has become ingrained in pop culture, maybe not on the Gin and Juice level, but at least on the sudden death level on the silver screen. Number 7, the Edmonton Oilers, the Respawn. The Edmonton Oilers have had many great jerseys over the years, but one of the most polarizing came in the mid-2000s when famous comic book artist Todd McFarlane and superfan of the Oilers designed a sprocket logo that many fans were split on. And while I personally love this jersey, I do think it's time to bring back this iconic logo because, again, it is so unique in terms of the franchise and also honors the past Stanley Cups with the 5 sprockets within the logo. This is such an out-of-the-box idea that I do think that you could bring back this jersey as is, and it would be great. But once again, one of the benefits of this reverse retro jersey is you can play around with it. Just bring this logo back in some capacity, and if the team wants to bring orange into the jersey, that's fine, or play around with the colors, that's great too. But we've already seen the jerseys for the Oilers been played around with the last couple years and tweaking of the logo. Why not give the fans a new logo that they've seen and also show to a new generation of fans a look that many hockey fans growing up in Edmonton really got to appreciate in the mid-2000s. Number 6, a storm is brewing in Tampa. The Tampa Bay Lightning had a great reverse retro jersey, and while I do love that original 90s logo that they had, there is a jersey that many people don't love to talk about, and that's their storm jersey, where they actually had a lightning storm and rain on the jersey. And while this was a jersey that wasn't super popular, we've seen a lot of those 90s jerseys that have been thrown to the side get revitalized in this program, and it's great. I do think you could tweak this logo, maybe not have as many colors on it, but still utilize the blue, the white, and maybe add a third color, which the jerseys are sorely missing right now, to help elevate the brand. Of course, this would be a unique look that would only be worn a couple times a year, but it would also pay homage to a past where this team was bold. They were innovative. They were trying different things. And while it didn't work at the time, you have to give them credit for thinking outside the box. Number 5, the return of the King. One of the best examples of the reverse retro was the LA Kings. Not only did they pay homage to their 90s with the logo, but they also paid homage to the early 70s with the great colors of purple and gold. So this made me think, why not go another direction? Why not combine 2 versions of a different jersey and bring them together? I would like to see the yellow jersey back, but instead of going with a more traditional logo, go back to a logo that many have reviled. And yes, it's the Burger King logo. And while I don't think the Kings will go back to this jersey, even though they have worn it in warm-ups from occasion, I would like to see them go back to this logo because, again, I don't think the logo is that bad. And again, its color scheme fits the jersey of the purple and gold rather than the silver and black. It would be a cool aspect to not only resurrect one of the league's worst jerseys, but now give it new life and a proper treatment by combining it with other elements of the Kings' past. Number 4, Captain Capital. Alexander Ovechkin has had an unbelievable career with the Washington Capitals, but let's look back to his rookie season when the team still wore their black Capital jerseys, which really invoked a lot of feelings from hockey fans. And for a generation like me growing up, this was the look I associated with the Capitals. And I know that the black and the bronze color scheme don't really fit the red, white, and blue scheme that the team has been going for and has really been focused on over the past 10 to 15 years. But I did really like this logo, thought it was very different, thought it was very unique. And again, we saw a twist on this last year where they brought back the Screaming Eagle logo with a updated red, white, and blue design. And I wouldn't be opposed to that again. Maybe bringing back the red, white, and blue and bringing back this logo to pay homage to Ovechkin's first season in the NHL, but also maybe go back with the black. It was a sharp look back then and could be a sharp reverse retro now. Number 3, the bare necessities. You're going to see a lot on this list, and you're not done yet, of jerseys that really weren't revered in the 90s, but got a fresh start with the reverse retro program. And that to me was one of the greatest benefits of this program. So for the Boston Bruins, I would like to see them bring back their infamous Pooh jerseys, but here's the catch. Bring back the logo. The logo I don't think is as bad as people make it out to be, but what really hurt the design was the crazy shoulders with the Bruins script in the yoke. It just, it was a mess. My thought to this too would be change up the colors a little bit. I do love the yellow Bruins jersey with that logo, but instead do something to pay homage to another past jersey. And instead of doing a yellow and black colored template, maybe do a yellow and brown colored template that matches the logo better. Look, the Reverse Retro program is designed to pay homage to the past and to a team's development. And look, the Bruins have looked to the good days of their past on countless occasions through Winter Classic jerseys, alternates, all of that. But I do think that the one blemish on their jersey history was that Pooh Bruins jersey. And this could be a great opportunity to revitalize that logo and give it a better treatment and acknowledge that this uniform was a big part of their history for well over a decade. Number 2, going full Rockies. The Colorado Avalanche have done a good job of paying homage to the past team in Colorado, the Colorado Rockies. And we've seen this with their last Reverse Retro and a couple of other alternates. But I would like to see them go the full treatment and go with those original colors, the blue, the red, and the yellow, for 2 very important reasons. 1, those colors not only pop on the ice, but 2, they are the colors of the Colorado state flag. So it would be a good way to tribute the state, but also they could give it a unique treatment. And while they could go with the plain Rockies jerseys, there's so much creativity that they could do. Maybe they could do what they did with the Nordiques uniform, which was utilize the Avalanche logo, but add those Colorado Rockies colors. There's so much to do with this jersey, and there's so many possibilities. And number 1, the return of the Fisherman. The New York Islanders were widely lambasted for their first attempt at the Reverse Retro because they just simply brought back a navy version of their current jersey, or basically a jersey that they've worn recently. And I know a lot of Islander fans are very adamant that they do not want to see this logo back. And while I do get that, I think generally hockey fans would like to see this in some capacity. The Reverse Retro is designed to only be worn a couple times a season. And like I've been saying multiple times, it's an opportunity to help sanitize the past. And while I know this jersey and the teal have really been off-putting for Islander fans, this could be an opportunity to change a lot of things. Maybe they get rid of the teal. Maybe they add a new design to the jersey. Maybe they make the color scheme a little bit differently and fit the current color scheme with the royal blue and orange instead of navy. There's a lot that can be done with this, but like most hockey fans, we felt very disappointed when we didn't see the Fisherman come back and make a return. And again, we've seen in the Reverse Retro program that jerseys that were lambasted, like the Wild Wing Mighty Ducks jersey, not only came back, but were very popular. I think this is a golden opportunity for the Islanders to bring back the Fisherman in a capacity where their fans and hockey fans in general will love this third jersey coming back from the grave. And that's our list. Thank you so much for joining us. Is there any NHL content or NHL lists that you would like us to do in the future? If you would like more great content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the latest from our channel. And as always, thank you for joining us.